things that I have found most useful with Facebook. It helps you be more organized and intentional with your Facebook friends or acquaintances, however you want to look at it. Facebook calls them friends, so we'll call them friends. When you log into Facebook, you will find yourself right here on your dashboard. And you know you're on your dashboard because you have this menu on the left-hand side, right? It's all things that you have access to in Facebook. And if you click this see more right here, it gives you a whole lot more options, right? This is not just a list of your friends. This is a list of lists, and Facebook makes lists for you depending on what you add to your profile. So you can see right here that I have the USD 309 Nickerson High School. Well, that's where I went to high school. Facebook has created an automatic list here, and anybody that I friend that says they have also attended USD 309 will be a member of this list. Also notice that there are locations here. So there's Wichita, Kansas, which I lived in Wichita for over 15 years of my adult life. And then Bakersfield is where I'm living now. So Facebook has created these lists because of locations that I've said I either lived or I'm from or I'm associated. Facebook is going to create these lists automatically depending on what you put on your profile. Facebook creates the automatic list, but what I want you to understand is you can create any list you want. And you do that right here by saying create list. Click there and name the list, and then you can start typing here. This gets a little complicated if you have a lot of friends. So what I like to do is just create the list, my new list, and I hit create. Okay, now what I like to do is go back. It seems kind of counterintuitive, but trust me here, guys. So we're going to go back to the friends list here. So we're back on the list of lists here. And instead of clicking on one of these lists here to organize, we're going to click see all friends. Okay. And this is where I can see all my friends, right? So if you go under their name and right here where it says friends, you can say add to another list, and it'll give you these check boxes. And so now I can put this person on my new list or take them off however I want them to be. And then once I've done that, I can go to the next one and do the same thing. Now they're all on one list. So what does this do for you? Why go to all this trouble of making all these lists, Beth? All right, so we're going to go back to home. I'm going to show you. All right, so now that I have my friends list, right, I can click, okay, let's say I'm selling something, okay, and I want to tell all my friends here in Bakersfield that are close what's going on. Because I clicked on Bakersfield, you see how it says Bakersfield, California area up here? Okay, so this is only friends who live within 10 miles of Bakersfield, California. When I put this together, you'll notice right here, it's only going to go out to Bakersfield people. No one that lives outside of Bakersfield is going to see a post that I post to this group because I'm posting it to this group. So what this means, ladies and gentlemen that are running your own business and maybe you have a downline, potential clients, or maybe you have competitors. I've worked with a lot of people that are they're selling Mary Kay or Scentsy or Tupperware or whatever it happens to be, and they've got competitors in their friends list. Well, now you have more control over, what do they say? They say keep your friends close and your enemies, and they're not necessarily enemies, but your competitors closer. So make them your friend. That's okay. Now that they're your friend, you have complete control over what they can and cannot see. So once again, you can go into your friends list. Let me say Let me see. Oh, when you're restricted, you can add them to a restricted group. And then when you go home. All right, so notice this says public, right? So everybody that I'm friends with, and people that don't even have a Facebook account can see this public post. All right, public means it is public. It is out there for the world and anybody and everybody and their brother to see, anybody that wants to see it. So if you don't want this way, you can click more, and then you have to come down here and say see all. They really hide this well. So this custom one, now I don't necessarily want to say friends. I'm fine with public. However, what I'm not fine with are the people on my restricted list. And I actually have a hush list that I like to use. And that's the people that, I don't necessarily want them to see every single thing that I post. So friends of friends is fine. But I don't want to share with the hush group. Or, and you can do specific people. Like, I would never do this. That's my mom. But you can do specific people, but really you have more power and more control with the list, because then you can set this like this. You can say save changes. And you never have to come in and change this again. It'll always be that custom one that's friends of friends except for hush. And now, when you want to move people into or out of that hush group, you just move them in or out, and you don't have to go in and change the custom settings and add somebody in that you don't really want to see your stuff. Maybe you've got, I find it to be really inconsiderate when people that I friend and that I start to interact with on Facebook automatically go through my friend list and start friending everybody that I know or that I'm acquainted with, and then they turn around and they start spamming everybody that I know or that I'm acquainted with. I would much rather give a formal introduction and say here's this person and connect people than to have somebody pilfer through my list and just start spamming people and my people don't even know who this person is. I think it's best to always get a formal introduction. Another way that the lists make you more efficient is by using them inside of your security settings. So to get there, you click on the drop down in the upper right hand corner, you come down to settings, then over here on the left hand side you're going to click on privacy, and this is where you can change who can send friend requests, who can see your friends list, who can look you up. The big one is your friends list, so you could edit this and then under here click custom, and once again you can type in the name of your group, right? And if you were to save it like this, then it would anybody but the people in that group would be able to when you use the list to set your custom settings, then you don't have to go back in and edit your settings every single time that there's a new person that is causing you grief, or you add somebody new and you're not quite sure where you're at with them. You can put them in that group temporarily and then take them out, and it's very quick and easy to add individuals rather than to a group and then just have all your settings set with the group, then having to go in and edit and change back and forth individual people. So I hope this has been helpful. And I'm switching to my mobile device to show you. And do you see this drop down here where it says friends except hush? That's how I set it up on the computer, remember? So I can also say I want specific friends. I believe I can search for a list, so my new list. I don't think it's going to show me my new list because I did never add anybody, but my faves. Okay. And since I've got that selected, now I can go back, and now it's going to send whatever I post. Do you see now it says my faves?
So anything that I post is only going to show up for the people that are on that list. So now you can very quickly, even on your phone,
putting your Facebook friends into categorized lists will help you keep your friends organized and get your message out to the right audience in a very quick and efficient way. This is Beth Shook with Geeky Beth's Academy, making technology simple.